This morning, some of the world's largest and most iconic trees are just feet from the flames. Teams of firefighters are racing against time to save historic redwoods from a raging wildfire tearing through the Sequoia National Forest. The threat intensifying in recent days after lightning strikes ignited two uncontrollable wildfires, which merged into one massive blaze. The KPN complex fire has already torched over 23,000 acres. Firefighters struggling to get the upper hand.
It's incredibly steep. The fuels are incredibly dry. All of that makes this a very difficult fire to fight, very dangerous.
The burn area visible from space as it closes in on the so-called giant forest, home to General Sherman, the largest tree in the world. The giant sequoia, which is over 2,000 years old and stands towering 275 feet high, almost as tall as the Statue of Liberty, has attracted.
These wildfires are so sad. They're devastating nature, animals, ruining our quality of life, generating smoke, spewing out carbon dioxide. Just a sad situation. Hi, this is Philip Myers of PEMY Consulting. I'd like to let you know about a new publication that I participated in with a team created by the EPA to support useful knowledge about tanks and wildfires. The EPA Wildfire Guide is a useful compilation of information and best practices about what above ground and below ground tank facility owners and operators can do to minimize their risks when a wildfire sweeps through their area. At least half a dozen people participated in this activity, but I'm not sharing their names since that is up to them. However, it was an excellent group to work with. On the right is an email acknowledgement of the completed work by the director of the EPA's Emergency Response Office and the UST program. A picture of the guide is shown on the left. I made this plot for the publication, but it didn't make it into the publication due to space reasons. The National Interagency Fire Center data publishes data on wildfire numbers, sizes, acreages burned, and so on. I wanted a visualization, so I made these plots which show that the number of fires is not really changing year by year as shown in the left plot. What is changing is the size of fires shown by the right plot. You can see the steep climb in acres burned per fire. What is interesting is that the publication says that there are 540,000 federally regulated USTs, but the number must be much larger when considering USTs regulated by other agencies and for other purposes. I'm sure that there are several million USTs of all types. The link that is shown is really quite useful. On the left panel, I typed in the address I used to live in and found sites where there are USTs shown by the blue dots. On the right panel, I zoomed out to cover the entire San Francisco Bay Area. More importantly, the guide shows how to acquire the areas with high hazard potential, and it can be overlaid on top of the UST locations. The map shows the LA Basin and the high fire potential in the adjacent coastal hills and mountains. Real-time hazards are also available with daily and weekly updates. If you think you are subject to a wildfire hazard, check out the guide. Here is a sample of the help that it offers. The guide has many other useful best practices, information, and websites that can help you minimize risk and maximize resiliency. For your reference, here is a link to the guide. At PEMY, we assist oil and gas industries operate cleanly, efficiently, and with minimal negative impacts to people and the environment. Thank you.